I'm here at the ICANN54 meeting in Dublin with Jonathan Robinson, the chair of the GNSO Council. Jonathan, I say the chair of the GNSO Council, but your term will come to an end here in Dublin. What are your thoughts of the GNSO and the state that it's in at the moment?
Well, I think we're in a good state in many ways. I mean, we've done a lot of work to make sure that things operate smoothly and that we work in an effective way. And that goes through many different layers. That's in terms of the personal relationships between the councillors, through to our understanding of each other's constituencies and stakeholder groups, knowledge of processes and procedures, effective working with staff. So it feels to me that we're in pretty good shape, and I feel proud to be handing over the chair of a critical organ in the ICANN infrastructure to a successor chair. So I think we're in good shape.
Jonathan, over the past 3 years, changes have taken place. What springs to mind mostly for you as the chair as you reflect back?
Well, I think the overarching theme we tried to put in place at probably 3 years ago was to look at a process of continuous improvement. And in doing so, we looked at a number of different areas. It was in terms of the underlying processes, within the operating procedures of the way in which the council manages the policy, how we could do any of those things more efficiently or more effectively. For example, when we now do the preparation of an issue report, we put a draft charter in there that the council is not obliged to accept, but has the opportunity to accept. If the council accepts that, we end up with a more efficient start to the PDP process.
What's the secret sauce, if you want? What makes the council work and tick?
We've concentrated on a number of different areas. We've concentrated on where we can improve those processes and where we can get greater throughput. We've concentrated on how we might best rely on the staff that support the council, and the staff are able to take on significant amount of work, provided we trust and have an effective working relationship with the staff. We need to have good interpersonal relationships between those councillors, because we're often dealing with quite contentious matters. And so one of the things we've done is concentrated on making sure we know and understand one another from both a constituency and stakeholder group level. We try and understand the way in which the different groups work, in which they come to decisions, and in which they empower the councillors to work. But also we've spent some time out of council meetings getting to know one another and making sure we know and understand each other as individuals.
What are your thoughts for the incoming chair?
I feel like I'm handing over something in good shape, but that doesn't mean there isn't lots of work to be done. And I think one of the key areas that might help will be to start to think of the work of the council as being managed and handled by not only the chair doesn't need to stand alone. The chair's got 2 vice chairs, and the chair's got a competent policy staff. So I think the critical thing to do, because one of the key challenges is dealing with a high and increasing volume of work, is to pull together with the vice chairs and the support staff and see that as the team through which that increased throughput is generated.
Jonathan, thank you very much for your time, and good luck for the future.
Thank you very much.